Hello, hello. Welcome to day 15. On our journey, 50 days to starting your grant writing business. This is day 15 already. And we're continuing our discussion of tips, tools, and resources to start your grant writing business. Yesterday, we talked about continuing our journey, telling your story, how you can leverage your experience. And today, we're going to talk about, for day 15, um, positioning yourself as a consultant to work with nonprofits, and we want to talk about the pros and cons of being an employee versus a consultant. So come on in. Thanks for watching the replay. Thanks for those that are here live and joining and listening in. So day 15, I wanted to highlight employee versus consultant. For those that are interested in starting your grant writing business, looking into working with nonprofits on the side, how to position yourself as a consultant, and the pros and cons of being an employee versus a consultant, and highlighting, of course, the pros that you want to mention when working with nonprofits. So some things I jotted down is you can more than likely, nonprofits can bring on a consultant for anywhere from 10 hours a month to 40 hours a month, or even more, depending, anywhere from $1,000 a month to $3,000 a month. And even at $3,000 a month, you can get a senior grant professional. Looking at that as an employee, that's more of an entry level position. So if you were to bring in an employee at that rate, you're looking at someone that's more novice, who may have just entering it again, enter into the grant world, who may or may not have even won a grant, but as a consultant, you're going to get someone senior grant writer, number of grant awards. They generally have federal experience, experience winning federal grants, and a number of corporate and foundation grants. So they may have anywhere from $1 million to $10 million worth of awards on their resume. As a novice, they may just have less than that. So those was definitely a pros to being a consultant at that rate. And also, it saves the nonprofit money. They're not spending as much money paying someone to bring in funds for the organization, and they're also getting an experienced professional. So that's one of the pros to bringing on a consultant if you're a nonprofit. And as a consultant, positioning yourself and explaining that to your target clients. Also, consultants, they have experts that can help your agency succeed, and you can help position them. You can help as a consultant, you can help nonprofits position them for financial success, help train them, educate them, and also be like a teacher educator. So more as an employee, you're diving in, kind of learning the ropes, and still learning the grant professional at that rate. You're still learning like writing and the management piece, and just still educating yourself around that as an employee. But as a consultant, you're more of a expert, guiding and leading the nonprofit for helping them to position them for financial success, position them for bringing in additional revenue for their organization so that they can continue to serve more people, provide additional services, and continue to do the work that they're doing in the community to serve their clients. So that's another pro as well. So continuing on our journey, 50 days to starting your grant writing business. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for the hearts. Again, yesterday we talked about continuing our journey, to sharing our experience, leveraging our experience, and positioning ourselves from the knowledge and experience and background that we have. And today we're talking about an employee versus a consultant, the pros and cons of each, and how to position yourself as a consultant to win your target clients, and win your dream clients, that you would like to work with, the dream nonprofits that you would like to work with. Some other pros to being a consultant: the flexibility. You don't really have to know what you want, but you know that you need help, and a consultant can guide you through that, and they can explain that to you, and again, use their expertise to leverage the best way to position yourself. And they may know other similar nonprofits that do the type of work that you do, and funders that support the type of services or programs that you provide. And generally, a consultant could just dive right on in and get to work. Again, limited training, just training around your organization and your culture, things like that. But other than that, they don't need to do specific industry training versus an employee who may need that. So if you're still trying to figure things out as a nonprofit, not specifically understanding what you want, you can position yourself as the expert and again guide the nonprofit to success, to financial success. And an employee, you generally have to know what you want and what you're looking for to attract the right employee. So those are again some pros and cons to being leveraging yourself as a consultant versus employee. Some other pros and cons. A consultant can come on just during high times and jump right in, get to work, help with some management, help with some reporting, help with some writing, editing, and they can support you like on a shorter term if that's the need, 3 to 6 months. As an employee, they may be looking for something more longer term. And again, 3 to 6 months is more of a just getting themselves into the groove of being at that employer. And it takes about, I would say, 3 to 4 months before an employee feels like they've received their groove versus a consultant can just jump right in and get started. And even if it's just some high times where you have a number of proposals that are due during a specific time of the year, you can bring on a consultant with their expertise and jump right in and get started. And again, less training around educating themselves around the industry and positioning themselves as a writer, positioning themselves as still learning the grant writing profession. A consultant with their expertise can again jump right in and get started versus an employee was still learning the ropes. Again, this is at a $3,000 a month rate. You will be looking at more of a novice employee versus a consultant, someone more experienced and more senior. So again, starting your grant writing business, always position yourself as the expert. Even if you have to share some pros and cons of being a consultant versus an employee, because sometimes nonprofits, they're just still trying to figure out what they want. They don't even know if they want to bring a consultant in versus an employee. So you can just kind of guide them and provide some pros and cons for each, and whatever's most important to them, whatever they value the most, they can make that decision. So again, continuing our journey of 50 days to starting your grant writing business. I'm sending out tips, tools, and resources daily. Sign up. Just hop on the email list at junefirstfirm.com, and the link is in my bio. Again, you can get tips, tools, and resources for starting your grant writing business. So you don't have to be like me and just fumbling and figuring things out as I was going along. I've been doing the grant writing business for 5 years now, and I can share some insight, some best ways to manage, best ways to get started to leverage your experience as a grant professional. And this is for those that are in who may have titles as development manager, development writer, grant manager, even seen foundation relations manager, even if you're a grant coordinator. This is good information if you were interested in doing some consulting on the side, looking at working at nonprofits on the side to helping them provide them with grant services, helping them get additional grant proposals to pursue grant opportunities for their organization. So again, you can sign up at junefirstfirm.com. The link is in my bio. I'll send out the topic for tomorrow for those that are on the email list. You'll get those first. And we're continuing on our journey. Tomorrow will be day 16. So thank you all for joining and hopping on. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 16. And do sign up at junefirstfirm.com. The link is in my bio. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.